We are back after quite a long layoff. This is now Poker Bob. I know before it was Blackbird Poker. I didn't think that that was a bad name at all. I was inspired by my brother's best man speech. Spoiler alert. The reason why I had so much time off was because I was getting married. Figured it might be a lot to record poker vlogs, edit them, and plan a wedding all at the same time. Uh, so apologies for those of you who were on pins and needles waiting for some new material. But here we are. We're now Poker Bob. Blackbird Poker was a fine name, but I don't think that it really kind of. I don't think it fully encompassed what we were trying to do. My brother made a wonderful best man speech at our wedding about a month ago, where he referenced all of my various personalities: Restaurant Bob, Insurance Bob. I don't know if Insurance Bob made the speech, but Insurance Bob exists. Happy Bob, Patriots Bob, Sports Bob. I forget all of the Bobs, but Casino Bob was one of them. But I think Poker Bob, um, maybe a little bit more accurate, and is maybe a little bit catchier. So we're gonna go by that now, and I invite you all to embrace it and welcome and enjoy what you're about to see. Wanted to tell you a little bit about our honeymoon to London and played some cards over there. But before we do that, you're probably wondering why I'm sitting here with $100 in front of me when I'm normally playing 25, maybe even 50, once in a while $50 no limit. Well, the reason is we are going to attempt to win an entry into Sunday's $162. It is 162, right? We'll say it's $162. I believe it is. 155 plus 7. Does that sound right? No, that can't be right at all. Yeah, it is $162. 200K guaranteed. I believe it's called the Sunday Special on Ignition, or it's the Sunday 200K guaranteed, $162 entry fee. We are going to try to win enough money to cover that buy-in and a little bit more for a satellite that we're going to play. It starts at 2 p.m. on Sunday. You will, of course, not be seeing this in those time windows, but we're going to try to fund our weekend with maybe taking a shot here and playing some 100 no limit on Ignition. So the satellite is a little bit under $20. It's $18.90. Yeah, $18.90. So about $180, $185 investment we have going on. So figured let's set a goal slightly above that of $200 for tonight. If it takes a couple hours, it takes a couple hours. We're going to see how it goes. We are not playing yet. We're waiting for the big blind, which I don't always encourage doing that online because you really just want to get in there and play. But at the same time, if you're paying attention, you can kind of get a feel for the table. Is it loose? Is it passive? Tight? Is it wild? It is Friday night after all. So we'll see. Open seem to be like 2.5x. Small blind being aggressive. What else? So Poker Bob. Poke Bob is new, but it's been me the whole time. And yeah, so we're gonna call this the 200K Trilogy, Episode 1, or Volume 1, Part 1. We'll call it Part 1. Kind of like The Godfather. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Part 1 will be 100 No Limit to profit our way to, at the very least, a buy-in. If I only make 165, let's say, and the night is wearing on, I'll 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 come up with the I'll come up with $20 of my own money to play the satellite. Um, is that right? I'm questioning myself now. Yeah, it was 162 plus 1980. Excuse me. I think I said it 1890. 1980. So basically a $20 satellite. Part 2 will be that satellite. It's a hyper turbo setup. Not technically hyper. It's 6 minute blinds, but it starts at 2 p.m. Late reg starts a little bit after 3, with the idea that they will get down to enough players. It is 9 seats guaranteed, I believe. I should have it up here. I should have it filtered here. And we're about to get our first hand. Yeah, it's at 2 o'clock. Excuse me, 25 seats guaranteed. We get nothing to start here. I'm going to check fold there. Yeah, 1890. It's got 25 seats guaranteed. So we expect there to be a decent field for that. You go on ACR, you deposit $150 or $120 or whatever. We'll try to sneak into a pot. You deposit some money in ACR, then you play a $55 tourney, and then it was not raised pre. I don't think taking a stab at this would be a horrible idea. We might have the best hand. If not, we will hear from somebody. Yeah, but on ACR it's very easy because there's so many games, and that was like the first site I had heard of back in the last couple of years, as I'm kind of getting back into playing it more. ACR was like the most popular one, and they probably have the most traffic. They could have like 30,000 players on like a Friday morning. We take that one down. Oh, let's sneak into another pot. But yeah, it's so tempting on ACR because there's so many games going, so many players. You want to play like a $55 PKO, or a $55 like Turbo, and then a 1650 PKO that gets like 1,000 players, and late reg is like 5 hours. And then you brick those, you don't get any bounties, so now you're down like $70, and you only put in like 120. So now you're like, okay, I got 50 left. Do I break it up into like 4 $11 tournaments, and then I'll have like $6? I could do like a $6.50. You try to like plan out your next like 3 or 4 tourneys just to make it last, and maybe you min cash in one of them. But hey, look at that. We didn't even do anything. We're up money. Or maybe he thinks I'm pretty much it's a check 100 spot. Like, obviously, I'm not going to lead out if I have a set, Okay, is what it is. This game is awfully slow, and the unfortunate thing is I'm going to keep you guys here probably for a little while. I mean, I do have the luxury of an edit button. These min clicks seem to be getting the job done. I don't understand a very passive table. I mean, I think I should really just start opening up, and this is actually not a bad hand to do it with if I just start making slightly bigger raises. I mean, if I take down the blinds 3 out of every 5 hands or 3 out of every 6 hands, maybe that's not a lot of kings and calling ranges. There are some clubs out there, and not the ace of clubs. I don't know that I think we can kind of just bet like a third. If he doesn't have a king, he probably can't call. Yeah, and again, not as many kings as there are aces in calling ranges, and not a lot of jacks. Let's sneak into a pot with king eight. I'm trying to play these suited kings more, like down to like king four, they say, but in late position. I'm kind of middling, and I don't know that I want to call off another $3 when I just like took down a couple decent pots. I think, yeah, probably could have min clicked it there, but then I mean, and then the raises to eight, and I lost $2. So I don't know if me just limping changed the whole dynamic. It was the next player to act, so he was probably pretty strong. Uh, See, I have it on auto muck, I believe. Fold. I would have shown that if it folds to me, or I wanted to. I think I have it on auto muck, and I don't really feel like digging through the settings to take that off. Oh, like we have to 3-bet with this, right? Uh, I mean, if this is, I don't know that we're going to. The goal is to make $200 tonight, and we have seven. We have made seven, so I don't know that like stealing the blinds. Like I have to raise here because these players just like don't play. I mean, I guess seat five when I limped, he did. I mean, I guess we could get up to $200. It's gonna take a little while. Like I would normally not even play um, Jack nine suited, maybe suited, but I don't play a lot of Jack nine. But here I feel like in the cutoff we gotta put a little bit of money in. Maybe this is what I wasn't realizing with the lower stakes, or maybe this isn't. Maybe it's different up here, but like the $25 ones, I feel like you're getting bet three. It's bet three bet even 4-bet some hands, and here not a lot going on. There have been a couple pots. I shouldn't say that, but okay. Well, there's one. That's a little big. So he kind of caught me with my hand in the cookie jar, but and we have kings, but I wasn't feeling the vibe that much, and I'm like, I'm gonna sign up. I just really just I'm not. I just want to play. Like I don't have like a ton of time because I can't. It's probably like 3 in the afternoon. No, maybe 4. It was maybe almost 4, and we're gonna have to play back at this guy. Maybe could have gone a little bigger there out of position, but I think that's fine. Let's see. What does he do? I'm in the middle of my London poker story here, man. What's happening? Oh boy. Wow. All of it. I mean, we have to call, right? It's for the vlog. Oh man. Yep. I mean, he wouldn't do that with aces, right? Would he? He wouldn't. He would not. He would make it like 40. But does he figure because it's more than 30% of his stack, he just has to get it in? I just think he can do that with queens or ace king. I think it's ace king, and I call. Queens. We got the diamond. We're good. We had to do it. There was There was no getting away. Yeah, we needed that. Won a couple hands in a row. Um, we got a pocket pair. That's pretty good. Oh. Um, I think we could raise a little bit here. It's on the cusp. It's like kind of borderline, but I think it is worth a 3-bet there. That he's got to be pretty strong to make it 3 under the gun like that. Shit. I'm gonna give it all back, aren't I? Wow. What a dream spot. Down click it a little bit, make it a little bit more palatable. Does he check raise all in? No? I think we got to get it in here, right? He's only got 55 left. Yep. Shit. Wow. Oh, that's brutal. But yeah, set over set. That would have been a tough one. That would have been I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way we get away from that, and I guess it just has to get in there just based on the stack sizes. But I don't really know what would have happened had I checked back the flop. But I can't check back the flop because there's a couple straight draws, like a couple gut shots really, and then like a flush draw and those 2 overcards. So I mean, if he's got ace king, it was an ace king. It couldn't be ace. How many suited ace? How many ace king suited? There was only 2 ace king suiteds left. So yeah, does he 4-bet pre with ace king? I don't know. Because not everybody does. So aces or kings makes a lot of sense. But even if I'm checking back, like, do I fold like an all-in shove on the river for $55? Do I lay that down? Okay, maybe we have a chance to make it all back here. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much faith into queens. Remember, it was queens that paid us off when we had kings, and I want to make it a little bit bigger than 3x. Is this the same guy that that's set over set us? Okay, it's for the vlog. Is he gonna do it again? Is he gonna do it again, or are we gonna make some money here? Oh boy. Yep. All right. Well, that was fun. We ended up losing our buy-in. Anyway, remember, don't get mad, get even. Thanks for watching.